Good morning, my dear children. I hope you are all good. Now let's start our English class. Today we are going to learn about the new poem. The title of the poem is Kennel Fazackerley Butterworth Toast, which is written by Charles Carsley. Before we move to the poem, we have to know about the author. Charles Carsley, a writer of short stories and poetries from Cornwall, is remembered for the simplicity of thoughts and emotions in his work and the direct way in which he addressed them. In this poem, it touched upon the various legends and stories of his native Cornish culture. His books of poetry for children are still as popular as when they were published. Now, Kennel Fazackerley Butterworth Toast. Kennel Fazackerley Butterworth Toast bought an old castle complete with a ghost, but someone or other forgot to declare to Colonel Fairac that the spectre was there. Second stanza. On the very first evening, while waiting to dine, the Colonel was talking a fine cherry wine, when the ghost, with a furious flash and a flare, shot out of the chimney and shivered beware. Third stanza. Colonel Fazackerley put down his glass and said, "My dear fellow, that's really first class. I just cannot conceive how you do it at all. I imagine you are going to a fancy dress ball." Fourth stanza. At this, the dear ghost have a withering cry, said the Colonel, his monocle firm in his eye. Now, just how you do it, I wish I could think. Do sit down and tell me, and please have a drink. The ghost in his prosperous cloak have a rod and floated about between ceiling and floor. He walked through a wall and returned through a pan and backed up the chimney and came down again. Sixth stanza. Said the Colonel with laughter, "I'm feeling quite weak," as trickles of merriment ran down his cheek. "My housewarming party, I hope you won't spend. You must say you will come and you will give us a turn." Seventh stanza. At this, the poor spectre, quite out of his wit, proceeded to shake himself almost to bits. It rattled his chains and he clattered his bones, and he filled the whole castle with mumbles and moans. Eighth stanza. But Colonel Fazackerley, just as before, was simple, delighted, and called out encore, at which the ghost vanished his effort in vain, and never was seen at the castle again. Last stanza. "Oh dear, what a pity," said Colonel Fairac. "I don't know his name, so I cannot call him back." And then, with a smile that was hard to define, Colonel Fazackerley went into a dine. Now, summary of the poem. Colonel Fazackerley bought a castle unaware that it had a ghost. when he was drinking his wine before dinner the first evening, the ghost shot out of his chimney and gave him a warning. In reply, the kennel congratulated him and asked if he was going to a fancy dress ball. The ghost gave a loud cry, but Colonel Fazackerley simply asked him to join him for a drink and tell him how he acted that way. The ghost, with a strange glow, floated about the room, went through walls and glass, shot up and down the chimney. The colonel laughed in amusement and invited the ghost to his housewarming party. Hearing this, the ghost did not know what to do. He took himself, his chains and bones filled the castle with noises. But the colonel continued to be entertained, and the ghost, who saw that his effort had failed, vanished from the castle forever. The colonel said that it was a pity that the ghost could not be called back, and with a mysterious smile went in for dinner. Now meanings: spectre, ghost; flare, a bright flame; can't conceive, can't imagine; gave a withering cry, screamed. Monocle, single glass lens for one eye. Prosperous, pale yellow chemical that glows in a dark. Trickles of merriment, tears caused by laughing. Spurn, reject. Encore, here please do it again. Now move to the answer the following. First one, how did the colonel treat the ghost? Was he scared? Second, what was the ghost reaction to the colonel's attitude? Third one, write 2 or 3 sentences to describe Colonel Fazackerley's character. Fourth one, write 2 or 3 sentences to describe the ghost character. Last one, which words or phrases from the poem describe the ghost movements? Thank you, children. Have a nice day.